afternoon. How you guys doing? Good. Yeah, everyone's been working pretty hard, so we know it's a big challenge. So nothing easy about this. It's a good team, well coached, and good in all three phases. And it's a tough place to play. So had a long history with them. This is a big game for both of us. So hopefully we're ready to go. Should be a great game.
They're a heavy blitz team, at least this year, percentage-wise. But I think if you went back to some past games, there's probably been some where they were pretty aggressive and others, maybe more recently, where they didn't. How are you sort of navigating that as you prepare?
Yeah, it's definitely, over the years, we played them so many times in a lot of meaningful games. I think it's, they've seen a lot of different things, a lot of different defenses, and it's kind of like every team we played. I mean, when you think about the Bills, Jets, or they've just changed coaches. These guys, have rarely changed coaches, but their defense has still evolved a little bit. And, we're pretty much prepared for everything. They could do whatever they want to do. They have a chance to put in a game plan. They're going to do whatever they think's best to stop us and vice versa. So, we know their players pretty well. I mean, they got some new guys, but we know the scheme and very talented up front. Some good linebackers. Obviously, draft a lot of guys in the secondary that are talented. So it's a very good defense.
When you hear that Ken went down with an injury last week, came back, is it knowing him? Is it just like that you'll know he'll be here this week?
Yeah, he's as tough as they come. I think that's he's always been available to that team. I remember there's one game he didn't start because of his foot, and then the guy got hurt. Ben came in as a backup and threw for like 300 or something like that, some ridiculous stat. And he's just tough, been a great quarterback in the league for a long time, knows the game. He's just a great competitor, and he's always got those guys going.
Tom, how important is it to close out the road schedule with a victory and to kind of clear things up after a shaky start on the road this year?
Well, it's, going on the road is always challenging in the NFL. I think it's, you're playing good teams, and they got, there's a lot of tough road environments. I mean, it's always sellouts, and if we don't play well, it really gets the crowd into it. But, it's a great environment, too, when you can go to a stadium and then play well and kind of keep the crowd quiet. I mean, it's a great feeling. So it's a hard thing to do there. A lot of these games will come down to the wire, and, we're expecting a 60-minute game.
Is that an indication to you, team success on the road? Is that sort of an indication to you about what kind of team you have? I look back at, obviously, you guys are in the mix every single year, but you don't often have losing records on the road.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a different team this year, and we've tried put a lot into it, and we're trying to obviously do great in both, and just hasn't turned out that way. But we're hanging in there. I mean, we're hanging in there.
What makes a good road team? What makes a good road team? Like you've been on a lot of teams, some good on the road, some good at home. What makes a good road team? As you said?
It's just making critical plays, and it's a great complementary football. I mean, I think being on the road, the momentum can change very quickly. One play changes the whole game. And we've seen that a lot playing at home, and you use the crowd to your advantage, and everyone's kind of into it and, waiting for something to happen. As soon as something good happens for us, it just snowballs quickly. And, you got to keep that from happening on the road. And you got to play well, offensively. You got to do a good job possessing the ball, third down and so forth. Defensively, big plays, and those really get the crowd into it. And the kicking game, just playing solid. So there's no secret. It's just, playing a great complementary game. And we're certainly capable of it. And, it'd be great if this is the moment that we really do it.
Over the years, you really seem to hit your stride in December, Tom. How do you feel this year? Do you feel this team's in a good place as we head toward Christmas?
I mean, I always think you got to go do it, to think that you're at a certain place, that's one thing. I think we always have confidence going into games. We just got to go, figure out how to win them, play to the end, and just go out there and get the job done. So, we got a lot of football ahead of us, and, December's when it matters. I mean, it matters year-round, but there's so few games left. I mean, everyone's fighting for, these spots that are very valuable. And we put ourselves in a decent position. Hasn't been perfect, but, everything's ahead of us.
Did you watch football last night?
Didn't. I was asleep before kickoff.
You know what happened though, right?
Yep.
Does that give you guys a little extra push heading into the final 3 games of the season, knowing that you went out and get some help and maybe get the number 1 seed back?
I think we just worry about, honestly, what we can control, and that's it. You know, it's just us playing, and whatever happens, happens. I don't, where it's, coach has always said, you know, it's not where we play, it's how we play. And, you know, we've got to just take care of business on our end. So this is a big one, this is a tough one, and, you know, we're going to have to play really well.
Tom, obviously not when he's playing against your team, but do you enjoy watching Ben play, and do you try to take things from his game to kind of incorporate into yours?
Yeah, he's got such a unique style, and he's just an incredible player, prolific passer, great accurate passer. They've just had incredible passing offenses. I mean, his style is very different, and he's just big, stands in the pocket, has great presence. He's not really a runner, but he extends a lot of plays and makes huge plays for their team, and it's hard to stop. So anytime you play a guy like that, I mean, we got to be ready to execute really well on offense and score as many points as we can.
Tom, it seems like sometimes when you're throwing to receivers, you're protecting them a little bit, but maybe in Josh's case, it almost is like you're not afraid to throw him into contact because he can shed tacklers so easily. Is that anything that goes through your mind, you know, when you're throwing to him?
Yeah, he's very strong at the catch point. He's got a big body. It's hard to go through him. He's got great catch radius. So when the ball's in the air, I mean, he just attacks it. And I think most of the time they're not really going for the ball. They're just trying to get him on the ground. And he's just, you know, his catch and run is dynamic, and he's made a lot of great plays for us this year.
In terms of your work with him, has anything special stood out? And we all know he's a tremendous athlete, but
Yeah.
maybe as a student of the game or on the practice field?
Yeah, no, I just really enjoyed our time together, and you know, we spend so much time here. I mean, we're here till late at night, early in the morning, and on the field watching film and so forth, and it's been great. I can't say enough good things.
Tom, I asked Coach Belichick about Rex Burkhead this morning, and he said one thing that sticks out to him about Rex in his return is his confidence. What have you noticed of Rex's confidence from practice and games that he's been back?
Yeah, certainly Rex is a big addition when he's out there, and he's, you know, a very explosive player. He makes a lot of great plays for us, running the ball, catching the ball in the backfield. Everyone has a lot of confidence in him, so it's helped a lot, you know, between him and Sony, and you know, helped James White. James has been so productive for us this year, but having everyone available has been, you know, a big boost for our team.
Tom, what is it about Pittsburgh that seems to bring out the best in you more often than not when you go up against them? You've had some of your best career games, best numbers.
I'm not sure. You know, I think it's really a team effort. You know, we just played well at the right time. You know, I think that's what you got to do. I don't think there's anything particular.
Getting back to Josh, he said, I think it was last week, that it's like he looks up to you. He's learning from you. How do you feel when a teammate sort of views you in that manner?
Well, you know, I think obviously I'm older than everyone else, so I have been around for a while, and a lot of the guys, you know, were young when they watched me play. But you know, I feel the same way about, you know, those guys. I mean, they keep me going, and you know, I learn from them, and they're, you know, I'd say more youthful energy at times when I need it. But you know, I feel the same. You know, everyone contributes different things, and you know, when I was young, I looked up to the older guys too, and you know, hopefully they gained a lot from me, and it just always goes both ways. So, thank you guys.